Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is one of those help my hair videos. I know I've been slacking just a tad bit, well maybe a lot of bit, but still I am putting this video up right now. Hey guys, so today's video is gonna be about how do I get the big hair. I think I could be able to offer a few tips. You'd be surprised, just the little things, the smallest things, if we tweak those things up just a tad bit, we can get the hairstyle we want. Alright guys, so I have my phone with me, and the reason I'm telling you this because sometimes when it comes to hair, I don't do anyone else's hair per se, like far as, you know, for monetary reasons. I don't do any hair like that anymore. Most of the time I'm only doing hair for videos or tutorials. So I've always been passionate about hair. You know, I like to have talks about hair and everything. So therefore, me saying that, I tend to ramble on and on and on. Reason, I have my phone jotted down the tips to keep me on track. So let's start. Tip 1, start with twist outs first, because most times run straight to twist outs or wash and goes, but I want to talk about twist outs right now. Something very small, depending on the direction you twist your hair, it can also determine how much volume you will get with your twist outs. So on a flat twist out, the hair seems to be a little bit smaller, a little bit more thinner towards the roots, and as we get towards the ends, you notice you grab more hair, the twist look much thicker, you know. And that's what all the weight is. It's just all because how gravity is. It also depends on how long your hair is, because if your hair longer, then it's more weight you have versus someone who has short hair. If I want to rock a twist out and I want as much volume, especially up in here, because most of it, like right now, I have a middle part. Don't judge. I've been trying to rock a middle part. But if I was to twist my hair down, my hair would come like a little flat, and then the volume would be somewhere up in here. But what if I just want the part to be here, but I want the volume to be everywhere? I would suggest to get that volume everywhere is to twist the hair back, because who really looking for volume right here at the edge of our hair? No one. Most time we want the volume right up in this area, this crown area. That's what we want to achieve our volume in. As we get maybe towards the top mid area of the crown area, that's when we tend to grab more hair, just because the way the hair is. It's all about tweaking it up a little bit, even if we want to do the diagonal part. Now for me, I love most times to rock my hair with a side part, and typically when I twist my hair, I kind of twist my hair in the direction I want my hair to lay. So if I twist my hair kind of like this, maybe right up in here, I'm getting my volume. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of like psyching the hair out just a tad bit to get that volume. It's all about the direction you twist your hair as well. So I suggest, if you always looking for that type of volume filled hair, try not to twist your hair down. Blow dryer. Okay, now we want that big hair. You know, the handy blow dryer always do the trick to help get the full and get the fullness and the volume with our hair. If I tend to wear my hair in a blowout state, when I blow dry my hair, I like to lean my head forwards, and I like to brush my hair going towards the front of my head to get the volume. Once I'm done, I flip my hair back. I notice I have more volume right up in here versus if I blow dry my hair down. So remember, the blow dry trick always works for us to help create the volume. It do help eliminate the time as well. So of course, that blow dry trick, keep using your blow dryer. Teasing the hair. Teasing the hair can also create the fullness we're looking for. I do not suggest to do too much teasing if your hair is in a curlier state. And I'm not saying that it can't be done, but to eliminate as much breakage as possible, I feel like it's okay if you was to do it like on a blowout type of hairstyle, or if you have your hair straightened. But like if you're rocking your hair in your natural curl state, I would be careful with that. Pick, baby, pick. We all love a nice handy pick when it comes to creating that fullness of hair, depending on how full you want your hair. So that's one thing we got to determine. Now if you have a twist down and you still want to have some definition, I would suggest that maybe picking the hair at the roots, maybe don't go past an inch if you really want the full the curl definition. If you don't mind not having as much curl definition, picking the hair maybe an inch and a half to 2 inches to get that fullness will work. So I always have a handy pick available, and do cut down on time, and like I said, it's an easy tool to use if you are looking for full hair. And when I was in hair school, my instructor, she definitely was big about those roller sets and the rod sets. You couldn't do anything else. You knew how to rod and roller set some hair. You knew what way to rod and roll the hair if you're trying to look to achieve a certain hairstyle. I'm going to demonstrate a brief demonstration, starting with the handy curling wand. Typically, the way the wand is made, we can tell just about how it goes from narrow to the wide part here, that most of our weight is down here. I love this. I mean, I have wand curl my hair, and throughout the day my hair got bigger and bigger, and I know that had a lot to do with my hair being naturally curly, and also the humidity, but it also kept the curl. So I really like the wand. I try to do when I curl my hair, and I do not have this plug up, so I kind of try to use the widest part at the root, and then wand my hair on down to the narrow part, just because I want all that weight towards the root of my hair instead of at the end. Now if I was to, I don't even know if anybody wanted their hair like this, but you would notice it would be a really deep bend here, and that curl will flip over sideways. And that's not what we want to do. We want to try to get this one as closest to the scalp as possible to create that volume. It takes some practice sometimes with the wand if you're trying to go for a particular look. And flexi-rods. Who don't love a nice flexi rod hairstyle? One thing I love about a flexi rod, because number one, we get this length here. So it doesn't matter if the hair is long or short, you can really get whatever hairstyle from the flexi rod. You can get a Shirley Temple curl, you can get the wave look, you can get whatever curl. And it all depends on how you curl your hair around this flexi rod. But I'm not talking about the way you can curl your hair. We're talking about how to get that volume. So let's jump into that. Now, depending on where we want that volume to be at, well, also depends on where you will start your flexi rod out at. If we decide to use at the roots, then curl it on down. Remember that deep bend, that's what helped create the lift in the hair. We would get that volume if we decide to use the flexi rod starting from the roots down to the ends versus the ends to the roots. Hope this all makes sense. I'm pointing my flexi rod in the camera. Who don't love them a great rod set? Believe it or not, if you do a lot of practice, if you really pay attention to, you can do a lot. You can achieve a lot of different curls depending on the size of a rod, the way you roll the rod. Let's get into this, the favorite part. There is a way, there's actually a technique out there to help you create that volume that you're looking for with your hair. So now I have pulled my hair out. Remember with the flexi rod, it's the same thing with the rod. If I decide to roll the hair here, when I release that, remember the hair gonna tend to start curling right here. So we'll have a more looser curl. That means the hair will be more flat. When the curls drop, we won't have that much volume. So we will tend to have maybe like a wave, a deep, not so much a deep wave, more of a wavy curl versus our actual curl. If I want to create the volume at the crown, what I would do is I would extend the hair out. Let's not pinch the hair at the ends. When we comb the hair, we want the hair to be just as evenly wide as the ends. Now, if you notice that your hair tends to kind of peek through, you might need a little end clipping. And also depends on how you had your hair cut. But I do need an end clipping, I always do. Once we achieve that, we taking the hair and we rolling that hair up. So you want to have some like taut tension there. And we want to roll the hair all the way up. You would notice side of my hair, there's not much space here. So if my hair was wet and then dry, whatever, once I release that, I'm going to have all that volume exactly right here. Versus if I curl the hair here. So I'm out the camera frame. I just really want you to see how the roller will sit on my hair. Now if I start the hair maybe straight up and roll it down, you're going to see it where the curl will lay. You see how much space from where the rod actually starts versus from the edge of my hair? I would have less volume if I do that. My placement, roller sets, rods, even your curlers, your hot curlers, all of that definitely plays a part. Keep that in mind. If you like for me to actually do a style demonstrating with the rods, depending on how I place the rods in my hair, let me know, because I would definitely be glad to do a tutorial on it, just to show you. And pretty much what I will show you before I actually style the curls, how much value and how much curl definition I get just with the placement of my rods or my curlers. Alright guys, a bonus tip. I like to offer tips. Yeah. If you cut your hair in layers, if you cut your hair in layers, you can fake it till you make it, even if you have thin hair. If you cut your and if you wear your hair more in a curlier state, you can definitely get that volume that you're looking for. All about layers. For me, I do not like my hair to be one length ever. Mostly if I have my hair one length, I'm chopping away. I love layers. To me, layers give the hair texture, give it personality, it gives it bounce. I just love layers. Alright guys, so that will be the end of this video here. If you like this video, please thumbs up. This really helps me out if you thumbs up my video. It really helps me out because it's letting me know that you like these type of videos, and I can continue doing more of these type of videos. So please thumbs up this video. Alright guys, till next time, see you soon. Bye.
Can I learn your flavor? It's brand new. Now it's in the papers. All I seem to see must be something underneath.